Hello, we are the Group 6. My name is Bolong Li.
I'm Guiyang.
I'm Ripan, I'm Chang, and I'm going to start at first. Our topic is Australia Security Exchange, Corporate Governance Principles and Recommendations, its applications in avoidance of corporate collapse and scandals. We will separate three parts of our presentation. This is our list. First, I will introduction our backgrounds. Before I start, I will do some interaction. Can you imagine how many companies go into the bankruptcy, evolve into the scandals from every day? Can you figure out the total economic loss and unemployment rate suffered by the society? After that, according to the IT company, nearly the 400,000 entity announce operational cease every day. Maybe at the moment when you listen to my words, hundreds of companies fall into oblivion with silence. Why does this happen? The cause might not be the individual mistakes or pro abilities. The fortune of a company will never be a make point for such a tiny component. It is the system deficiency, strategies misunderstand, and even the corporate culture. All these factors could summarize as a corporate governance failure. Therefore, I give some brief introduction about approaches to take effective corporate governance principles it into practice with the example of the master hardware. Does everyone know the master hardware? Let's start with the master hardware. Master Home Improvement was an Australian home improvement chain operated by the retailer Woolworths Limited. It was set up as a way for Woolworths Limited to enter the hardware retailer market, which has been historically by Barney Wheelhouse, owned by River West farmers. During the 2016 tragedy heavily struck Master Hardware. On 18th January, Master Hardware ended up with the failure by the Woolworths announcement, triggering production line interruption, immoral employment staffs, then hundreds millions operating losses, steeply downfallen stock price, and considerable fluctuation in retailer markets. Next, my group members will give some reason.
There are two reasons accounting for this strategy. Firstly, the region's strategy direction is a fatal factor. Although Master Headward aims to rival with Burning Straw brand establishment and customer loyalty, their performance in design of distinguished product and provision of individualized service is ordinary with little deep impression left to customers. Another reason is the impulsive investments in extensive amount of project and market, contributing to breakdown of cash flow. All those reasons could be summarized as failure in corporate governance. To resolve this problem, we have analyzed some Australian security exchange corporate governance principles in terms of their explanations, supporting areas and methods to improve professions. The first Australian security exchange corporate governance principle is the construction of effective board structure and value creation, which regulates the scale, construction, independence, expertise, experience, and competence of the board and clarify the board's compulsory obligations in yielding returns of inventors. With specific description of 7 recommendations, 3 importance had been emphasized. That is, independence, diversification, and the role of nomination committee. well. Independence could be reflected through clear segregation of responsibility. Objective decision with no influence of others, and no interest-driven behaviors at the expense of shareholder value. Diversification means a pool of skill and knowledge, information of effective supervision and strategy making, and the role of nomination committee relates to board members' appointment to secure the independence and diversification.
To confirm this principle, both United Kingdom and Chinese corporate governance principles all agree with the importance of scientific board firm work and wealthy maximization. As for the application of this principle, Masters Howard could realize growth through selection of most useful idea among the device inspirations, tracking of public tests after expertise being employed, and by nomination commit and identification of potential financial risk under independence enhancement. The second principle is to ensure a timely and balanced disclosure with the formal procedures being advised. To be more specific, the foundation of a disclosure is supposed to be formal paperwork as required by Recommendation 5.1 and after submission of this document, any complementary of significant event or any another public information should be reported to all investors to guarantee the transparency. As for new participants of this company, all those information and the significant meeting should be informed timely for complete involvement of decision making. Some supporting evidence could be also accessible, like Australian Securities Exchange listing rules and the Australian Securities Investment Commission regulatory guidance 62 better disclosure for investors. This principle is another key point for Masters Harvard substitutability. To explain in detail, any disclosure should obey the laws and the regulation so that there is no concealment and misstatement, indicating that legal risk and financial risk could be predicated. Therefore, lawsuit and cash flow tension might be controlled. Another way is through increased communication after effective disclosure. With availability of all information, connection among stakeholders increased, which is a good sign of high reputation and effective operation. Our another group member is going to talk about the third principle and the conclusion.
The third principle is to remunerate fairly and responsibly, which could be divided into remuneration committee, payment structure, and the desirable situation for argument establishment. The role of remuneration committee is critical in checking the independence, objectivity, and fairness of salary system, a way to motivate and monitor management. In line with remuneration committee, payment structure should balance interests of management and investors. They are all focused on both short and long term. The last recommendation regulates that contract must be achieved in process of executive members. After exploration of materials, the remuneration committee and the salary policy has also been embedded in Japan's corporate governance code and operation conceptions. The way guiding the master's hardware is also clear, with an objective focus on which system regarding equity-based remuneration versus performance-related salary and subjective loss from board supervision. This could be beneficial to avoid any conflict of interest and fraud. Other methods and principles could also be available through United States Sarbanes-Oxley Act 2002, the United Kingdom Corporate Governance Code, like being the Code of Ethics and the employment of external auditors. Overall, a good corporate governance could be helpful in maintaining companies' subsequent development. To realize this, compliance with regulations, suitable disclosure of information, rationally structured board appointment, effective auditors' supervision, and other measures need to be taken. This is our reference list.
Thanks for watching. Bye.